everyone, welcome back. It's Charlotte from At Charlotte's House. Today I'm doing a little bit of work on the Dueling DIY guest room. I'm making some floating shelves and I thought I would show you how I'm doing it. Stay tuned. I've already made a couple of them, so I've worked out some of the kinks. I'm trying to use up whatever scrap wood I have on hand, so I'm using some leftover 1x2s. I had to cut down some 1x4s. It's all gonna fit. I think it's gonna be great. I've made one already. So you can see it'll mount on the wall like this. I think it'll be really nice. The first thing I'm gonna build is this brace. This is the piece that goes into the wall, and I've taken into account the width of my board, so that is the dimension that you have here. I've also made a note of where my studs are because I need to be able to screw this into the studs, and so I don't want one of these cross pieces to get in the way. I'm gonna countersink the screw heads so that this can sit flush against the wall. I'm now cutting the board to be the top and the bottom of my shelf, and I don't have a sliding miter saw, so this is how I have to set up my wood to cut it with my circular saw. I'm going to use this board as my template, and I'm going to cut one more to be the bottom. I need to rip down some lumber to be the right width for the front and the side faces of my shelves. To assemble each shelf, I am going to use some wood glue and my brad nailer, and then I've mitered either end so it'll be a nice clean face. I'm not too worried about all this messy glue because I'm going to go back and sand this down really well. So I'm going to double check that it fits the piece that's going to sit up on the wall. It does. So now I'm going to let this dry and I'll come back, and it needs to have quite a bit of sanding. I'm in the guest room where those floating shelves are gonna go, and I'm gonna install them between these two windows. So I have my brackets, and what I've done is I've already marked what the center point is on the bracket, and I've also marked what the center point is on the wall. I'm lining those up, and then I'm making sure that my shelf bracket is dead center, dead straight, and then I've just gone ahead and I've drawn a line right onto the wall below it. My shelf is going to cover that line, so I don't worry about the pencil. And then I also have my stud finder, so that's the front edge and that's the back edge. So I'm marking this on the wall. I definitely want to go into a stud here through my shelf. So I've added 2 anchors on either end. This is the stud, so I don't need an anchor there. And then I have drilled the screw just a little bit through the board so it's easier for me to line up. And that's super, super sturdy. One more, and then I'm gonna slide my shelves on top. They fit like a glove. Is it wrong to love a shelf as much as I love these? I think best practice for floating shelves is probably to secure the shelf onto the bracket by screwing into it somehow. I love how clean and neat they are. I think maybe I'm just gonna leave it be, but Maybe do as I say, not as I do.